Fingers hover over a name. Screen glows. Late. You swipe. Toe feel. Something. A notification. Heart skips. Then sinks. Not them. Yet you check. Again. Each tap unravels your stillness. You know it's empty, but the urge pulls. This isn't curiosity. It's a loop. What if checking is a weight you choose? You call it closure. But what pulls? Is it them or your story? You think it's harmless. Yet seconds stack where pain guides. Each tap cuts. The mind replays a message unsent. Each check tightens. Regret, not their absence, but your reaching, steals your presence. The system frays because you invite them back. You have power over your mind. Epictetus, a screen, mirrors, the glow, tempts, the weight is yours. Stop, detach, and it breaks. When you scroll, searching, or running, you say nothing. But why? So heavy. You pause, then act. Each cycle, a choice to release. The question, what you lose. Each look, the loop breaks. If you see, pause, where chasing ends. Why explain to ghosts? You draft, delete, draft, again. What changes if they read? Why wait for words never sent? You say closure, but you keep knocking. Each thought deeper into regret. Why hold what's slipped? You expect answers. Does it shift or pull from your center? See the loop. Lesson 1. Separating truth from stories. You sit, phone in hand, their message pinned. You read again, seeking meaning in pauses. You think you'll understand why they left. Your mind spins stories. They're happier. You failed. Not truths, traps, opinions, bending, toe pain. Fact, they're gone. The rest, noise, you add. Each reread, the story heavier, pulls into regret. You think, understanding, freeze, but chasing tightens. The cost, your presence, stolen. Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind. The message, no secrets, a fact, still an opinion, spirals, detach from the story, observe the fact. The fact doesn't demand pain. You think one read shifts, but what shifts? You say a moment, yet moments stack, losing ground. Why search what's said? Each dive to hold or release. Pain doesn't mean truth. Stop, see the words, detach from the urge, the fact, enough, the story, yours to end. The toe reread, pulls, a moment of stillness breaks. You don't need understanding to move. Lesson 2. The weight of checking. A screen pulls. Their profile. There. A post. A glimpse. Your thumb moves. Each swipe a tether to nothing. Just a check to know But knowing binds. You see their life, and pain sharpens because you reach. The cost, quiet, lost. Each check feeds regret. A loop the mind finds questions, not answers. You think one look settles, but the weight grows. The system phrase. Because you watch a rope burns. Your hands. Seneca stood still. The screen mirrors. Your cling. Detach. Step back. Checking. Sinking. You don't need their story. You say, harmless. But why? Heavy. You pause. Swipe. The question, why no? Seeing deepens. The cut. Disengage. Breath. The weight lifts. When you stop, you don't have to react. Choose stillness. Let it go, like a stone, sinking your ground. Hear, observe, walk away. The urge to check a chain, a pause, breaks. You don't need their light. Lesson 3. Explaining to ghosts. You sit, words forming, a message, unsent. You explain your pain as if they'd hear. You think, understanding lightens. You draft, delete. Why, what's to prove? You speak to shadows. The cost, a tether to rejection. Each explanation rebuilds. They're leaving. You think clarity frees, but clarity not from ghosts. The mind loops. Explain deepens the cut because you call them back. Seneca, no one owes understanding. The urge to explain chains, detach, silence your edge. You don't need their nod, witness your voice. You ask if they knew, would it change? Thoughts stack, losing breath. Why chase what's said? You speak to no one. Each word to hold or release. Silence isn't surrender. Stop saying less. Enough. Let words dissolve like mist. Your center holds. Observe. Let it pass. The need to explain. A wait. A pause. Drops. You don't need their ear. A river carries what you drop. You watch. The current pulls. Regret. You reach. Clinging holds. You let go. The current clears. The urge to hold. Reflex. You don't need what's gone. Lesson 4. Chasing closure. You wait for a sign. Their silence. A wall. You check their page as if answers hide. One glimpse will explain why. Each step a chase. You think understanding loosens, but the knot tightens. Pain follows. The cost, the loop. Each check feeds loss. You think closure theirs, but it's not. The mind spins. Need. Each reach deepens. The void. Because you ask. Epictetus. No need to weep. Their silence. Not your lock. The chase. Traps. Detac. Non-reaction. Your edge. You don't need their answer. You ask, if they spoke, would it change? Checks. Stack. Losing. Ground. Why run after what's done? Each pause breaks the loop. Closure in your silence. You can end without drama. Stop. Step back. Enough. Let the need fade like a wave. Your center stands. Observe. Let it pass. The pull to chase. Reflex. A pause ends. You don't need their closure. Lesson 5. The myth of fixing pain. You feel the ache. You move to dull. Work. Scroll. Talk. You think. Action. Erases. Pain. A new plan. You tell. If you move, it won't catch. But pain runs. Each step pulls deeper. You act to escape. The weight stays. The cost. The lie. Each move builds grief. You think pain demands solution, but it's not a puzzle. The mind traps escape. Each action deepens because you run. Seneca. Live with this. The urge to fix. Chains. Pause. Witness. Pain. Doesn't need answer. Observe. Let it be. Truth in stillness. You ask, if you tried, would it lift? Steps. Stack. Losing. Breath. Why? Think. Pain must be fixed. You act. Falter. Each pause breaks. The ache in flight. Stillness is enough. Stop. Sitting with it. Enough. Let the urge dissolve. Like smoke. Your ground. Holes. Breath. Let it pass. The need to fix. Reflex. A pause. Ends. You don't need to outrun. Lesson 6. Holding on to absence. You keep their message. A photo. Saved. You guard what's gone. As if yours. Each glance. A ritual. You think. Holding. Keeps. Whole. But the weight. Absence. You cradle. You cling. Pain grows because you refuse. Let go. The cost. Emptiness. You feed. Each moment. A cage. Loss. You think. Keeping. Preserves. But absence. Void. The mind. Traps. Attachment. Each grip deepens. Because you stay tethered. Marcus Aurelius. Accept. Lose. The past. Wait. Not gift. The urge. Toe hold. Chains. Dedic. Unhook. You don't need. Trace. Witness. Let it rise. You ask. If you forget. Lose. Yourself. Memories. Stack. Losing. Ground. Why chain? To absence. You. Hold. Ach. Each pose. Breaks. Past. In grip. Let go. Isn't weakness. Stop. Releasing. Enough. Let relics fade. Like leaves. Your center stands. Observe. Let it pass. The need to cling. Reflex. A breath. Ends. You don't need shadow. Seneca lost all. Stood. Still. His mind. Ground. No chase. Silence. He chose. Presence. The world. Took. He held. Center. The loss, not end. Stand where you are. Reclaim breath. Lesson 7. The noise of regret. If only, you said. If only you stayed. Regret. Hums. You replay. End. Words. Silences. You think. Rewriting. Quiets. But noise grows. Each thought. Jab. You drown. Anxiety. From what? You wish. The cost. Presence. Ach, regret. Puls. You think. Revisiting. Fixes. Regret. Loop. The mind spins. Each spin steals. Breathe. The system. Phrase. Because you judge. What's done? Epictetus. Past. Not yours. The past. Shadow. Not chain. Don't answer. Regret. Witness. Pause. Observe. Truth. In silence. You ask. What if? Questions. Stack. No. Rest. You replay. Ich pause. Breaks. Regret. In voice. The void is where it clears. Stop. Witnessing. Enough. Let noise dissolve. Like wind. Ear ground. Holes. Breath. Let go. The voice. Regret. Reflex. Pause. Mudes. You don't need. Pass. Lesson 8. Reacting to silence. Their silence cuts. You text. No reply. You wait. Kia grows. You react. Tofil. Another message. You think. Responding. Breaks. But each word builds. Pine. Deepens. From your chase. The cost. Center. Ich reaction. Pulse. You think. Response. Shifts. But silence. Fact. The mind. Loops. Need. Each text. Feeds. The system. Phrase. Because you. Answer. Void. Seneca. You cannot. Command. Their silence. Not burden. React. Trap. Hold the line. Non-reaction. Edge. Whiteness. Quiet. Truth. In silence. You see. Silence. Flinch. You text. Prove. But proving. Chains. Messages. Stack. Losing. Breath. Why speak? To know. One. Ach, Pause. Breaks. Not doing is power. Stop. None. Rection. Enough. Let oi. Fell. Like wave. Your ground. Holds. Observe. Let pass. The need. React. Reflex. A pause. Ins. You don't need. Answer. Lesson 9. The pull of hope. A notification. Heart. Jumps. You hope. It's them. It's not. You wait. Next. Maybe. This time. You hold. Hope. Flame. But it burns. Ache spark. Isolation. Pain. Grows. From waiting. The cost. Presence. Ach, hope. Pulse. You think. Sign. Freeze. But. Hope. Chain. The mind. Loops. Want. H-wish. Deepens. The system. Phrase. You tie. Peace. To choice. Epictetus. Do not. Seek. The urge. Hope. tether, release. Die tuck. You don't need call. Whiteness, quiet, truth. In silence. You see, screen, pause. You wait, feel, waiting. Chains, thoughts, stack. Losing ground. Why hold? Gone. Ach, pause. Breaks. Detachment. Respect. Stop. Releasing. Enough. Let spark. D. Like embers. Your center stands. Breathe. Let pass. The pull. Hope. Reflex. A breath. Ends. You don't need sign. A man checked. Dawn. Each click stole breath. He sought their life. Screen gave nothing. His presence faded. He lost himself. The habit. Thief. You don't need story. Lesson 10. Denying the end. You say, fine. End doesn't sting. You smile. Move. Yet, linger. Story. You check. Once. Nothing. Habit. But truth slips. You dinny. Cut. Pine. Fistus. From refusel. See. The cost. Clarity. Each. Daniel. Fog. You think. Pretending. Freeze. Denial. K. The mind. Numbness. Ich. Li. Deepens. The system. Phrase. You bury. Truth. Marcus Aurelius. Accept. Live. The end. Not enemy. Denny. Chain. See. Truth. Detech. Li. You don't need. Pretend. Witness. Cut. You say. No hurt. But why? Check. Claims. Stack. Losing. Breath. Why hide? Pain. Ach, pose. Breaks. And in denial. You don't owe anything. Stop. Seeing. Enough. Let lieu dissolve. Like frost. Your ground. Holz. Breathe. Let pass. The need. Denny. Reflex. A glance. Ins. You don't need. Bury. Lesson 11. The cost of pleasing. A door. You knock. No answer. You knock. Softer. You shape. Self. Tofit. You. Please. To be seen. You think. Enough. They'll stay. You. Bend. Shrink. Each effort. Coin. To avoid. Shame. But door. Closed. Pain. Grows. From offering. The cost. Ground. Each. Please. Chips. Center. You think. Pleasing. Earns. But bills. Need. The mind. Loops. Trying. Each try. Deepens. The system. Phrase. You trade. Truth. For no. Seneca. No one. Rules. Serves. Please. Rope. To step back. You don't need. Kneel. Disengage. Not wait. Chosen. Truth. In silence. You think. Try. Opens. But bins. Efforts. Stack. Losing. Breath. Why? Offer. Not taken. You please. Ache. Ach, pause. Breaks. You don't. React. Please. Stop. Standing. Enough. Let Ohr. Slip. Like sand, your ground. Holes. Opsau. Let pass. The need. Please. Reflex. A step. Ins. You don't need. Door. Lesson 12. Fearing the void. What if nothing fills? You lie. Kit. Pressing. Absence. Hole. Bred. You turn. Noise. Tasks. Avoir. Emptiness. You think. Busy. Saves. But fear. Follows. H move. Pulls. Pain. Grows. Vom Refusé. Be here. The cost. Presence. Each flight. K. Anxiety. You think. Filling. Saves. Void. Mirror. The mind. Loops. Running. A. Dodge. Deepens. The system. Phrase. You fear. Silence. Epictetus. Not fears. Void. Not enemy. A void. Chain. Be here. Witness. Fear. You don't need. Fill. Observe. Space. Truth. Stillness. You ask if emptiness stays. Running. Bins. Fear. Distractions. Stack. Losing. Center. Why dread? Silence. You flee. Ach, Pause. Breaks. Stillness is enough. Stop being here. Enough. Let fear dissolve. Like mist. Your ground. Holds. Breathe. Let pass. The need. Avoid. Reflex. A breath. Ins. You don't need. Fear. Why keep looking? It feels. Control. Does it control you? The mind argues. You seek. Trace. Each search. Bins. Shadow. Clinging. Steals. Breath. The choice. Stop. You don't need. Light. Lesson 13. Suppressing pain. You push. Act. Down. Clench. Smile. Move. You think. Gone. If not felt. Work. Laugh. Fill. Suppress. Toe silence. But pain grows. Each effort feeds. Invisible. Cut. Deepens. The cost. Truth. Each push. Wall. Numbness. You think. Ignoring. Phrase. Suppression. K. The mind. Loops. Daniel. Ach mask. Berries. The system. Phrase. You hear. Presence. Marcus Aurelius. Face or it rules. Suppress. Chain. Witness. Pain. You don't need. Bury. Observe. Act. Truth. Awareness. Derach. Conceal. You say. Control. But why? Heavy. You hid. Strong. Hitting. Stacks. Losing. Breath. Why fear? True. Ach Pause. Breaks. Pain doesn't mean truth. Stop. Witnessing. Enough. Let mask dissolve. Like fall. Your ground. Holz. Breeze. Let pass. The need. Suppress. Reflex. A glance. Ends. You don't need. Bury. Lesson 14. Escaping through action. You fill hours. Work. Plans. Move. Outrun. Ache. You think. Busy. Drowns. Pain. Action. Progress. But pain follows. Each task, mask. You escape. Anxiety builds. From flight, the cost. Stillness. Each move. Loops. Running. You think. Doing. Freeze. Action. Cage. The mind. Avoidance. H step. Berries. The system. Phrase. You chase. Distraction. Seneca. No one. Flees. Stays. Escape. Chain. Pause. Witness. Move. You don't need. Fill. Observe. Rush. Truth. Silence. You say. Busy. But why? Heavy. You act. Free. Acting. Stacks. Losing. Breath. Why fear? Quiet. Pose. Breaks. Not doing is power. Stop. Sitting with it. Enough. Let rush. Dissolve. Like dust. You'll ground. Holes. Breathe. Let pass. The need. Escape. Reflex. A pause. Ins. You don't need. Outrun. Lesson 15. Clinging to. Memory. You save. Words. Relics. A note. Moment. You hold. Keep. Near. You replay. Laugh. Clinging. Holds. Past. You think. Proof. Enough. But memory. Cuts. Pain. Grows. From refusal. Unhook. The cost. Present. Each fragment. K. Loss. You think. Holding. Preserves. Memory. Weight. The mind. Loops. Attachment. Each replay. Buries. Breath. The system. Collapses. You guard. Shadows. Marcus Aurelius. Present. All. Cling. Chain. Unhook. Detach. You don't need. Memory. Witness. Moment. Truth. Silence. You ask. Lose. Forever. Holding. Bins. Memories. Stack. Losing. Center. Why chain? Done. You cling. Ack. Pause. Breaks. Let go. Isn't weakness. Stop. Releasing. Enough. Let relics. Fade. Like stars. Your ground. Holes. Breathe. Let pace. The need. Cling. Reflex. A breath. End. You don't need. Memory. A weight. Not theirs. You hold. Absence. Stone. Each step. Heavy. From grip. Drop it. Ground. Holds. Truth. Release. The choice. Let go. You don't need. Past. Breath. Enough. Lesson 16. The illusion of control. You demand answers. Text. Check. You think. Hold. Control. Their silence. You react. Pull back. One try. Pain. Lifts. But each move tightens. Rejection. You chase. Lose. Ground. The cost. Freedom. Each control. K. Need. You think. Forcing. Shapes. Control. Lee. The mind. Loops. Effort. H push. Deepens. The system. Phrase. You rule. Not yours. Seneca. You cannot. Hold. Control. Chain. Disengage. You don't need. Steer. Witness. Breath. Truth. Silence. You see. Silence. Push. You act. matter. Acting. Chains. Tries. Stack. Losing center. Why chase? Can't hold. Ich pause. Breaks. Silence. Isn't surrender. Stop. Descending. Enough. Litany. Fell. Like storm. Your ground. Stands. Breathe. Let pass. The need. Control. Reflex. A pause. Ends. You don't need. Answer. Lesson 17. The trap of waiting. A phone. Silent. You. Star. Reply. You sit. Eyes. Screen. You think. Wait. They'll speak. You hold breath. Each moment deepens. Emptiness. You stay. Nothing. Pain. Grows. From pause. The cost. Present. Each second. Steals. Ground. You think. Waiting. Closure. Waiting. Trap. Want. The mind. Expects. Nothing. Each hope. Buries. The system. Phrase. You give. Time. Empty. Epictetus. Don't. Linger. Wait. Chain. Release. You don't need. Reply. Witness. Silence. Truth. Detachment. You wait. Ache. Sharper. Moments. Stack. Losing. Center. Why halt? Gone. Ach, Pause. Breaks. You can end without drama. Stop. Releasing. Enough. Let hope fade. Like dusk, your ground holds. Breath. Le pass. The act. Waiting. Reflex. A step. Ince. You don't need. Voice. Lesson 18. Seeing without acting. You see, their life moves. A post, smile, world, not yours. You feel, pull, react, reach, speak, prove, hear. Each move, bins, path, pain, rises from follow, the cost, presence, each reaction, steals, breath, you think, acting, closes, action, loops, need, the mind, traps, a step, deepens, the system, phrase, you pursue, Marcus Aurelius, look, pass, react, chain, see, without moving, stay still. You don't need act, witness, path, truth, silence. You see, flinch, want, act, acting, bins, actions, stack, losing, ground, why chase, not yours. Ich Pause breaks. The void is where it clears. Stop. Seeing. Enough. Let Uhr fade like waves. Your ground holds. Wraith. Let pass. The need. Reeked. Reflex. A pause. Ins. You don't need world. A phone. Face down. Know whom. Breath. Room. Still. Pulse. Yours. You sit. Hands. Rest. No grip. Urge. Check. Speak. Fades. Shadow. You didn't reach. Moment. Held. Quiet. Freeze. You breathe. Wait. Lifts. You chose. Stay still. The pause. Not surrender. Presence. Stand where you are. Not chasing. Not filling. Being here. Silence. No. Thread. Space. See, you didn't react. World. Didn't break. Ground. Yours. What moves? Stay still. You thought action, strength, quiet, heavier, yours. Silence. No answer. Question. Enough. Observing. Witnessing. Truth. In pause. Detachment. Not it. You don't need echo. Breath. Yours. Stillness. Yours. Let it hold like stone. Unmoved. Presence. Enough.